La la! So welcome. Today we're still on the journey of the 55 days of natural hair wisdom with my deck of cards, the wisdom of natural hair. And today we are on card number 3. A couple of weeks ago we've talked about card number 1, which was all about courage. The courage that we need sometime to face the fact that, we don't necessarily represent our true self, from being relaxed or having to straighten our hair to realizing and to valorizing and to valuing the beauty and essence of our natural hair. Then we talked about card number 2. Card number 2 was about transformation, about bringing out that inner beauty that resides in who we truly are. And so in that particular card, it was about shedding the relaxed hair. It was about, accepting the fact that and being willing to explore the facets of our own natural hair, of our true being, of our true natural state. And now this week we've been talking about card number 3, which is bold is strong. And we have here a woman from the Maasai tribe. The Maasai tribe is a tribe in Kenya, and I had the opportunity and pleasure of living in Kenya for a few months while my parents were stationed there. And I think it is a very different energy, and as you know, in many different countries in each different country we have many tribes. Like I've mentioned before, in Cameroon we have over 250 tribes. Each have their own culture, their own tradition, their own language. Okay, so it's not like an amalgam of different things. It's really truly, you will meet each tribe will have their own language, which have different words that you may not understand if you're not from that tribe. Okay, and so that richness is there. And with this card, we're going east. We're going east to East Africa, to Kenya, and more particularly with this Maasai women. Maasai are known to have the warrior classes. They have different classes within the tribe, and they're really known for their philosophy based on community, which you will find in most of the different tribes in Africa. Community is at the center of life. The family also is the center of the community, and the family is, of course, the father, the mothers, and the children, because that's the structure, that's the natural structure of things, and that's what is being passed on from one generation to another. And here with the bold is strong, what I wanted to underline with this particular card is really the essence of you as a woman. In saying that sometimes women, not only just women, but society in general, will attach a lot of value into women's hair, into the fact that sometimes women are seen to must have hair that's longer than men. So hair is often associated with a part of femininity, with a representative of a feminine essence. And so it becomes sometimes less represented to show women who don't have hair or women who have short hair. And this card is part of it's not so much a revendication, it's more of a celebration. That those women need to be celebrated as much as we celebrate the one that have long hair, medium hair, so forth and so on. Women who don't have any more hair or who decide to shave her hair or keep their hair very short needs to be celebrated. It is a part of femininity. It is a form of femininity. You are no less feminine because you cut your hair short or you cut your hair down. And it also to underline that some women may shave their head because they have alopecia in certain part of their head, or they may be dealing with certain health issues. Sometimes when you're going through chemotherapy, your hair is going to fall off anyway, so some people rather shave their head completely rather than go through the process of seeing it fall apart. And I think for many women that I've spoken with who chose to basically shave their head, they said that it was a very painful process. Sometimes the process of cutting hair is something that's also painful because it's also a form of letting go. It's a form also of new beginning, really tied to the card number 2 talking about transformation. When you're transforming yourself, when you're changing, it's not always smooth and rosy. It's sometimes challenging because there's a part of you that don't want to let go. There's a part of you that's scared of what's going to come. There's a part of you that may be also considering how others are going to look at you, how others are going to take in your new persona or your new appearance. So there's all of these different battles going on as you're going through that process. But at the end of the tunnel is to tell you that you are worthy of being celebrated. You are worthy of being seen as beautiful because you truly are. And I think it brings us to the conversation about internal beauty, the beauty within, the beauty that people sometimes overlook because they're too focusing on the outer. And so being bold, BALD, it means not having any type of hair, sometimes enable other people to focus on your own face, to focus on the expression that you're having while you're talking. And that was a point that was underlined by many of women who decided to shave their head. They said that many people now focus on the true face, focus on, how, some people realize that, I never knew that your hair, your eyes were color of, what is it called? Hazelnuts. The different shade and colors of the brown of someone's hair now is more viewed, is more noticed, because people are not focusing on necessarily the hair, and they're focusing really on the face, on the face of the person. And that's often also the case. I've noticed that, and I've heard that before also, when people say they put their hair back, now the face is kind of exposed, and people are more in tune in terms of looking at their face rather than being distracted in wondering and looking at the hairstyle, so forth and so on. So this card is really a card of celebration. And celebration because you always have to remember that in the process of natural hair, whether you are going back to being natural, whether you're considering being natural, or whether you're just, looking at different information to just know what it is all about, the whole point here is to always take the time to celebrate yourself in each step that you're taking. Every time you have this ha-ha moment, it's time to sit down and kind of like sit with that information, sit with this kind of rediscovery of yourself. And bold is strong. It's also an invitation for you to take that chance, take that leap of faith. It may be in different areas in your life. There may be something that you really deep within yourself want to do, but you're kind of scared. There may be something that you should tell somebody, but you're still kind of scared. You're still kind of holding on to that. You're still kind of letting that fear block you. So this card is an invitation and confirmation to tell you, yes, go ahead. Be bold. Be bold in many type of ways, whether it is to finally tell that person that you love them, it is to finally go for that job that you've been lurking around for that degree that you wanted to go, that certification, that new information, that new class that you've been yearning to learn about, that new subject, that new person that you've met but you're kind of scared to talk to them. This card is really giving you that confirmation to tell you bold is strong. Go ahead and do it, and the reward will be even greater. So thank you for being with me for this time. Once again, the information, if you would like to get this deck, you can find all the information in the description box. And take that time to really celebrate and have a different look. The next time you see a woman who's bold, the next time you see a man who's bold, the next time you even have the idea that you want to cut your hair, just think about it as a way or an opportunity for you to celebrate that person, to look within that person rather than be stopping at the appearance. And an opportunity for you also to look within yourself, for you also to change that kind of perspective and to see that femininity can take many forms. It doesn't need to be restricted, and you can define your own femininity. You can define how bold you want to be, how much you want to share with the world, how you want to express your inner beauty and your inner self out without worrying about the sight of others and the thoughts of others, by letting just yourself be, by letting just yourself express itself through your hair or through other means. Thank you for having me with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.